This video is going to be released on 6th of December. 6th of December is St. Nicholas Day, and St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, Saint is maybe the most loved of all saints, especially for children, and it's always related to good days, to celebrations, to December month. So what more suitable moment for a video about church which is dedicated to him than this one. Actually, in this video, I'm going to talk not only about the San Nicolás de Bari church in Valencia, but also about the basilica St. Nicholas in Bari itself. This is because beginning of this year, I happened to be in Bari, and since I did not take videos at that time yet, I was quite surprised to check and to see that I have taken some records of that basilica, and so I can make a small comparison between both churches, the basilica in Bari and the church in Valencia, and to show you actually what the similarities and what the differences are. Both of them are, of course, very interesting, and I love the fact that I was able to see both of them. Now, you, of course, I assume, know what is the difference between church and basilica, because you are cultural people, you're watching this channel. But for those of you who have forgotten, in very short, I'm gonna just give a reminder. Basilica is a church with a special meaning. It has gained its status in through the years because of some historical event, something happened there of big significance for the Christian world, Roman Catholics, but also Orthodox. So in the basilica, very often also they are relics of a saint. And usually it is destination for pilgrims from everywhere. So basilica is kind of elevated church. Very short. This is, of course, very simplistic explanation. So the reason why the basilica in Bari is a basilica is because of the relics of Saint Nicholas. According to the legend, when his relics were taken from Myra, from nowadays Turkey, to be brought to Italy on its way to Rome, he chose himself to stay in Bari, and there has been a very big rivalry between Bari and Venice, but he remained in Bari. So let's see what is the difference and the similarities between the basilica in Bari and the church in Valencia. Obviously, they both are dedicated to Saint Nicholas, and they both are significant in a bit of different way. The building, they have been built with about 100, well, the basilica actually has quite a long history of creating, because the relics have been there at the end of 11th century, and the basilica itself has been built in beginning of 12th century. So then it started actually its function as a basilica, and the church in Valencia has been built about 100 years later. However, they are not the same architecturally. The style is quite different. The one in Bari is built in Romanesque style. It is quite massive. It looks like a castle. It has two very square towers. It is not that elegant looking from outside. And inside, it has been a few times restored in the 13th, 15th and 17th century. And the 17th century, obviously, it has been added quite a Baroque decoration inside. Now the only Baroque elements which are left are in the nave, wooden gilded panels on the ceiling. So when you enter the basilica, you can see them. And of course, though they are very beautiful, the main point of this basilica is the crypt with the relics of Saint Nicholas. this is in a very big contrast with with the church in Valencia, which is an absolute. It is over the top Baroque beauty from inside. It is also very cramped into between different buildings. You almost don't know that you are at the church before you really reach it because of the buildings around. And this is making the effect even bigger, because when you enter it, you just are suddenly into another world. And if this was the effect which was aimed with the creating of the interior, well, they have reached it. Actually, that church has been built in a Gothic style, but it has been also in the 17th century entirely changed the interior, mostly designed by Antonio Palomino, which has been quite renowned for his time painter. But it has been executed by Dionys Vidal, which is a Valencian artist. And it has been often compared to Sistine Chapel in Rome because of these beautiful frescoes everywhere. And of course, it's not a comparison between the two artists, because don't compare Michelangelo with Dionys Vidal. But I must say that Dionys Vidal has covered with frescoes a surface which is about more than 2 times bigger than the one in the Sistine Chapel. So the both churches, the basilica in Bari and the church in Valencia, as I mentioned, they have been decorated in a Baroque style in 17th century. The one has been stripped from its decoration except the nave, the ceiling, and the other one has not only not been stripped, but everything has been restored in its glory from the time when it was created. I think that this hidden treasure, this church, is hidden not because it's not famous, but because it's literally hidden between the other buildings in Valencia. To me, it was even more beautiful than the famous cathedral, exactly because it is impressive to see the story, the life of the saint, and then to walk around and to discover more and more details. When you have so much decoration, so many paintings, you keep on discovering new elements. And I'm sure that when I go again, I don't see if, but when I go again, there is gonna be much more to be seen. Frescoes have a narrative character. It tells a story of Saint Nicolás and the Saint Peter Mártir, which is the other saint which this church is named after. And it is a wonderful example of coexistence of two styles of Gothic architecture and Baroque decoration. 2012. They rehabilitated the neo-Gothic facade, the chapel, and the glass windows. And in the restoration of the frescoes of the church took part in renowned international experts such as Gianluigi Colucci, the restorer of the Sistine Chapel in Rome.